Hey,
What's up?
how you doing, buddy?
Hang on, I need to readjust this
You
thing.
missed it at the beginning of the Leo one. We did one of those face swap things, like you
Oh,
did with Carter's photo. Yeah.
hold on, let me get better light. Okay, go. That sucks.
Can give some people nightmares. So, when this whole thing started, you had bronchitis. We both have bronchitis, in fact.
Yeah.
Probably both induced by the German Club in Mystic, Connecticut.
Oh,
Mine was from the first cap here in York.
don't even blame the club on that one.
But you're still smoking.
Yep.
Damn it.
I smoked all the way through it, man.
So bad.
But they gave me an inhaler and they gave me prednisone.
Yeah.
And I double dosed my prednisone on accident. So I would shake all through the night and sweat all through the night, like pouring sweat.
Yeah.
And I think I beat it that way. So double dose your prednisone.
Fuck you. That is not good advice at all. I'm glad I'm not there. I'd be smacking the cigarettes out of your hands.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would too.
I'm up in the attic, the creepy attic.
Oh, I don't think I've ever been in the attic.
Oh, it's a real scary look.
I mean, yeah.
It's really weird.
Well, I think we can get started because Carter's been editing these to chop off the beginning part. Although I'm going to let him leave in the part where I'm shaming you for smoking.
Morgan Eve says, publicly shame him for smoking.
I will too. Bad news. Who the hell starts smoking when they're 30? For fuck's sake. Okay. So we're starting all of these by having people say who you are, where you are, and something about how we know each other.
Okay. I can do that. I'm James Maple. I'm in my attic. And I know you from Sign of the Wagon. Right?
Yeah. That's the first time we met. Yeah.
Yeah, you made Jack and Coke shots.
They were gummy Coke bottles. Yeah, rummy Jack and can't call them rummy Cokes because it was Jack and not rum.
Yeah. They were fucked up too.
Well, you specifically requested that for your first visit to York.
Yeah.
As I recall.
Yeah. That was
so
a
tell
lot.
Everybody.
What?
What's up?
What? This is going to be great.
It's going great. Tell everybody what you do.
I'm a musician. I work at a recording studio. I've played in a bunch of bands. Right now I'm doing another band and I do some solo stuff and I do leather work as well.
Tell them about the new band.
The new band is, it's called Witch Meadow. You can find us on Instagram at Witch Meadow. It's stoner doom metal. It's really dark and really slow, and I play drums and sing, and there's a guitar player and a bass player. And we've got a single out on Bandcamp, and I think Spotify now. And the record should be coming out once all this shit passes.
I'm excited for that. I know you've played that kind of music before, but I've never gotten to hear you do it, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a nice break from the country stuff, you
know. I like how metal is your nice break.
Yeah. Well, it is. Yeah.
Talk a little bit about the leather. Talk about what you do with that.
All right. Well, I mainly do custom guitar straps for people. That kind of seems to be the thing right now. But I also do handbags and all kinds of other things. Phone cases.
Fuck you, James.
But I mean, lately I haven't been doing anything. I've just been so discouraged and unmotivated, and I went into this whole coronavirus thing with like a deep depression, and it's really hard to get out of it now. So I haven't been doing much on the leather front.
Yeah, this is a real weird time, huh? Can't go anywhere?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. We've just been having huge fires in the backyard every night. So, but not today. Real shitty out.
I want to talk later about how you're passing the time, but we're kind of in it now. So for those of you who are listening who don't know James real well, James can make a game out of anything. And you sent me a video, I don't know how long ago, because time, whatever, a couple days ago, a week ago, where you were throwing some firewood. What was that about?
Well, we've made 2 games. The first one was called Woodchuck. So you just get some standard firewood and you chop it down to a nice size, about yay big, about 16, 15 inches tall. And you get 3 chucks, and out in the yard there's other blocks of wood set up on end at different distances, and you get 3 passes, and if you hit the first one, it's 1 point, second one's 2, third one's 3, next one's 10, and the last one real far out, that's a automatic win. So that's Woodchuck, and you play to 11, and you can't go over. And the second one we made is called Fire in the Hole, and that one is just a circle made of wood, and you get 3 of the same pieces of wood, and you pitch them like horseshoes, and you alternate turns, and if it's in the hole, the hole is smaller than the block of wood, so you can't just land it in. It has to be like this. So that's 3 points. If it's resting on top of the hole, it's 2 points, and if it's leaning on the outside, that's 1 point, and you can knock your opponent out.
So it's like a cross between horseshoes and bocce ball, but you play it with wood?
Yep, firewood.
Amazing. I'm just going to catch up here on the chat for a second. Let's see. Nina says, what a cool mug. I picked this one today just for you, Nina, because Nina will be on at what time today? 2 o'clock, 2. Nina and Todd. We'll talk about the mug later. Aaron Lewis says, this guy sucks. Mm-hmm. Fair. Haunt the house. Will says, handbags. Like what you make out of leather.
Yeah.
I suppose. Okay, handbags. Right.
Bags.
And Todd says the game you were describing is one that already exists.
Which one?
I think this came in during the first one.
Oh, well. Not here, it doesn't. Not in this house.
Well, you invented it, so it exists now. Okay, I want to ask you what you're listening to. You have a really great record collection. I know because you've let me be in charge of it a couple of different nights. What have you been listening to while you're stuck at home?
Well, I taught Mickey how to use the record machine. So we've been diving into a lot of stuff that, I forgot that I even had. But stuff that I've been listening to lately is definitely the new Daniel Romano record. I think it's called Wow, Okay. Mm-hmm. Surprise. But that was recorded live with his band, and it's just unbelievable. It's like,
you love Daniel Romano.
I do. And he's such a great guy, and his bass player Roddy is a rad dude. His brother was the drummer of Career Suicide, which was like a really fast hardcore band that I used to listen to all the time. But the record's just great. It's like Bob Dylan and the band mixed with the Ramones. It's just unbelievable. And he's rewritten old songs that he wrote that were like majorly country and made them into these like rock gems. So listen to that. That just came out yesterday, I think. What else have I been listening to? Marie Sue's new record is great. It's called Grief and Exile. She's just beautiful. I listened to Bob Dylan's new song yesterday, and that was interesting.
Yeah, 17 minutes long.
Yeah, no chorus, which is cool.
Stu says, what's the artist again? The last one, Stu? After Daniel Romano?
Daniel Romano and Marie Sue. Marie has 2 E's and Sue like the Indian. Native American, sorry.
Thank you. Sorry, so the Bob Dylan song, 17 minutes, no chorus.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. I've been listening to the Witch Meadow single a lot just to see what else I have to do for that and for the whole record. There's a, yeah, I don't know. Kind of been all over the place.
And you said that Mickey's been selecting some records. I thought it was really fun when Ron Benway was staying with me for the month of December. He was sort of DJing from my record collection, and so I would be in the other room, and I'd come in and say, "Do I own this? What is this?" And he's like, "Yeah, you own it. I didn't bring records with me." So it's really a fun way to rediscover stuff that you haven't listened to in a long time.
That's the best part of having a record collection. You know, like aesthetic aside, like it looks great in a house. You know, it's a conversation piece on itself. But when somebody like you comes over, you start pulling out records, and you're just like, "Holy shit! I forgot I had that one." And then you start to dive back into your collection and go through stuff. So
yeah, it's really fun. You have really great record shelves that you built when you guys moved in there.
Yeah, because the stairway was so small, I couldn't bring the old ones up, so I had to bring up all the wood and do it all in the living room.
Mm-hmm. That stairway is more like a ladder than a stairway.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys watched any friends playing live streams? Is there any live streamed music that you've gotten to tune in for?
I haven't. The only one I watched was my shitty big brother, Zach Schmidt. He was playing the Bloodshot showcase for South by Southwest, so I tuned into that.
Yeah.
But that's kind of it. I this is gonna sound so bad, but if I see one more person with a fucking guitar going live on Facebook, I might just end it all.
On Al's Grows.
I do love the fact that people are doing it, and I definitely think you should support musicians because it's a tough time for us right now. But yeah, let's keep the live stuff down to a need to know basis.
When Al Scrow was on talking with me last week, he talked about how he just really, I guess he's too much of an audiophile, and he doesn't want to hear somebody sitting in their living room recording it on their phone.
Yeah.
He hates the way it sounds.
Yeah.
Which was an honest answer.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, it is cool that people are doing it and they're finding ways to keep busy. You know, there's only so many times you can walk through the house and eat all the food and then take a nap and then repeat.
Right. I think somebody heard your voice here, so she's camped out. I'm sorry, I don't know where Mrs. D is.
Hey, Gonzo.
That's been one of the fun things. Todd says the phone audio sounds like trash.
Yeah.
I would put Todd in the category with Al, where I trust you to tell us when you hate something.
100%. I mean, half the time, no, more like 9/10 of the time I hang out with Todd, we just kind of shit talk things. and I love that.
And I put you both on the schedule for today to talk to, so this will be great.
Cool.
But yeah, one of the things I've enjoyed is people can't keep their pets out of the shots. So Leo DeSanto just set up a separate camera for his dog. He has the Ringo cam for when he's playing his live streams. John and Mrs. D have been on all my Zoom meetings.
I'd rather watch that.
Yeah, I suggested that maybe you should just have a Ringo cam and just play over that.
That'd be cool. I'd like that.
Yeah. I want to ask you something that wasn't on the questions that I sent you ahead of time. The last time I came up to visit, which would have been January, right after the first of the year, when I got to the club, they were having a sea shanty upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the first time I didn't get to go into the room where they were doing it, but I could hear them stomping as they wrapped it up. Could you tell people what a sea shanty is?
No.
It was so cool. Please do it.
Well, I mean, I don't really know. I know they're old sea songs that, sailors would sing. And so I live right next to the Mystic Seaport. So there's a lot of nautical history here, whaling history and all that. So every year they do a sea shanty festival, and they rent the hall upstairs from the bar that I work at, and everybody gets together and sets up chairs, and you can't fucking move in there. And somebody will start singing a song, and everybody will start to sing the response or the chorus or whatever, and then they'll stop, and the guy or the girl that started the song will sing 4 lines, and then everybody will sing after. It is really cool. I wish I could tell you more about that, but I can't. I could get my housemate up here, and he could tell you all about it. But
No, that's the gist of it. That's what I wanted to share, and it's all unaccompanied music, right? It's all a cappella.
yeah, for the most part, somebody might bring in a guitar, but for the most part, someone will just start rapping on a song, and everybody will start stomping and singing along. It's a really cool thing. Whoa, Maple with the mood lighting. Skill. All day I dream about scooting, Julie Rhodes.
Can you tell me what you've been working on besides inventing new games that may or may not already exist and smoking cigarettes? What are you doing?
Nothing. I have looked at guitars, picked up guitars, put them down. It's just such an uninspiring moment for me right now in time that I just can't create anything. It's really tough for me right now. And I've seen a lot of people posting about, like, today's a really hard day, send me dog memes and stuff, but it's very anxiety inducing time right now.
And I think there's some pressure too that people are kind of like, well, we're at home, we can make the best of this time by writing more music or whatever your thing is that you do. I thought I would write. I can't write. I sit down and nothing comes out.
And then you get frustrated and mad at yourself, and then you start hating yourself, and then you go into a deep depression, and then nothing comes out of it.
It's a big cycle.
That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah,
so,
I don't think you're alone in that.
A lot of beers, a lot of cigarettes, a lot of fires.
Yeah, I'm glad that you have the fires. Less excited about the beers. Definitely not excited about the cigarettes.
Well, yeah, the fires are great. We across from the. Hang on, I gotta turn up because the rain is really loud now. Like I said, we live across from the seaport, so they rebuild ships and build ships. So they have this area. It's like the wood yard where they put all their wood scraps. So I just take the car back there and load the car with wood, and it's free. So we just come back and have huge fires, and it's great. And that's pretty much how I've been getting through it.
Are you guys passing guitars around by the fire at least? Playing stuff you already know, or not so much?
Not so much. My friend Casey Cochran, who's a shipwright and a musician, I'm working on his record now. He'll grab a guitar and start singing some songs, but I don't know. I enjoy being around it, but I hate being a part of it. The whole pass the guitar thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to hear and be around live music. I just don't have it in me right now. I don't know why.
Well, I think because of everything you just said, it makes sense. A side note, everyone should follow Casey Cochran on Instagram, and you should pay attention to his stories because a lot of times they bring me the only joy I get in the day.
Yeah, that guy's a kook.
He's a trip. Well, I've been having everybody give a sort of plug of where we can find more information about what you do, whether it's music, leather, whatever, how we can best support you and the things you care about. So go for it. Tell us what you want us to know.
Does this mean it's over now?
Soon.
Okay.
The questions I have prepared will be over soon.
Okay. Because this is fun. This is really helping me out. This is really nice. What were the questions?
Things like where can we find more info about you and what you do, and how we can best support you now.
You can find my music on iTunes and Spotify and Bandcamp. but that record came out in 2013. So I don't really have anything new. I'm actually going to release something very, very, very soon. So that'll be cool. You can find Witch Meadow on Bandcamp, witchmeadow.bandcamp.com. You can follow the recording studio I work at, Dirt Floor. It's a Dirt Floor recording and production, maybe. And you can support me by just checking in and saying hey. And also buy the Witch Meadow song. And we have shirts too that are pretty cool.
I love checking in and saying hey to you. It's one of my favorite things. Let me go back through the chat real quick. Julie Rhodes says she loves you, bud. Stu Bond says he understands what you're saying. Matt says he hasn't picked up his camera in a minute either. And Aaron says the depressive aspect of all this is real. Might have to go find some wood.
That's
and Nina loves you too.
Love you. Love all you.
So I got really go ahead.
No, go ahead.
We're great at this. I was doing okay emotionally, and then one of the first things that really kind of knocked me on my ass was that I turned the calendar page to look at what all was going to be canceled in April, and my visit to come see you guys is in the middle of that month, so I had taken off work. Like, I have to plan months in advance my work schedule because I'm an event planner, and so everything is evenings and weekends. So I've been looking forward to that for a really long time. I was going to come see the Mayflower too.
You can see the Mayflower too from our kitchen.
Oh.
But that whole launch is pushed back. The seaport is shut down. All the shipwrights just got laid off, so nothing is happening over there. So you'll still have time to see the Mayflower.
Good. It makes me feel a little bit better.
I don't think it's going anywhere for a while.
But I will sure miss visiting you guys.
Yeah. Last time I saw you, somebody almost died in the bar. Remember that?
I do remember. We were upstairs recording a podcast episode with Ron Benway.
Shout out to Ron Benway.
Yeah. Let's see. Will Houlihan says, James, one of the most talented individuals I know. Allow yourself to just be in this strange time. Love you, brother.
Let's get on the horn and shit talk. It's like, fuck yeah, Todd.
I thought for sure that Steven was going to be on here heckling you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be talking to Steven a little bit later today.
Yeah, you got a lot of good people lined up today. Morgan Eve from Brown Bird, The Huntress, and Devil Makes 3 now.
Yep, we'll be on at 1 o'clock.
Todd and Nina at 2. And then you got Dylan Seavey and the Minx, right?
Yeah, they're at 4. Cam Franklin is at 3.
From the Sufferers. Remember your birthday show?
I do.
That was one of the hottest times I've ever been in.
Yeah, that show is the reason why we don't do, Cable House Presents doesn't do summer shows anymore, because it is just too hot in that room in the summertime. Although that band is from Houston, so they were looking at me like I was crazy. They were like, "This isn't even hot. What are you talking about?"
I had Swamp Ass just singing "Happy Birthday" to you.
That was 2015.
Why was I there?
For my birthday, I think.
I was with.
Well, Zach was there too, so maybe you were on tour.
Yeah. Also, check out Zach Schmidt. He's great. Everyone's great right now. Just kidding, Todd. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, you'll have to come on the chat with when Todd and Nina are on with me at 2.
Oh, don't worry. I plan on it. So, JJ, how have you been doing in this whole thing? How have you been passing time? Let me flip the script on you. I bet nobody.
I've been doing this,
which is great. I love it.
Well, it's been a way for me to kind of, you know me, I have to have a project. If I sit still for very long, it gets dark in a hurry. So this is occupying my weekends because I still have to work during the week remotely, which sucks because, as you know, there's no internet, no TV at my house. So I'm using a really slow mobile hotspot to do my work, which is real frustrating. when you're used to normal internet. But on the weekends, I'm working on this, and it's a way to help people hear about music they might not have heard about, and connect with some of my friends who, I know through music. And that's all. I don't make music, so this is my way to contribute.
Well, I think you contribute more than I do.
Yeah.
I had a question for you. Oh, how are you finding these artists that you're talking to? Are they approaching you, or are you approaching them, or both?
So I have a big list of people that I reached out to right away, including you. And the first 7 that got back to me were the first 7 I interviewed last week. The next round of 7 are the ones that are on today. And then I've got a huge list of people that still said they want to do it, but like Jesse and Seamus are going to do it next week because this week didn't work for some reason.
Yeah.
And I have had a couple people contact me, but now we're so many weeks out that, I can really only do 7 in a day. Nobody wants to listen to me talk for a whole hour. So I'm doing them on the hour, but 20 to 30 minutes at a time.
Yeah. Also, Jesse and Seamus have been killing the songs in their attic. I love that.
Say that again?
Jesse and Seamus.
Oh, yeah.
They've been doing like covers from their music room. They're great.
Yeah, I think that's on Seamus's Facebook page where I've been seeing that. Every morning I go look for what song they recorded. They're doing cover songs. They've done Tom Waits and Willie Nelson and Chris Christopherson, and yeah, they're really great.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do one of those.
There you go.
I don't know. Who knows?
Just roll with it, man. That's the best any of us can do at this point. Just roll with it, and eventually it'll be behind us.
What? I missed that last part.
Eventually it will be behind us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Eventually it'll be over.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I just saw that 2 people that I know have been diagnosed with it, which is pretty wild. I mean, you see it on the internet and you see all the statistics, but you don't really think that it's a thing until you know somebody that comes down with it. So it is really real. So you got to keep your distance.
Yes. Aaron, who he just says, wash your hands. And Stu and Matt are telling us when this is all over, we're all going to get wasted.
I'm already ahead of you.
I don't really drink, so I will just hang out like I always do and be the only sober person, which is fine.
I've drank with you a couple times.
Only a couple times, though. You always get mad that I won't drink with you. Yeah.
How's Carter?
Carter's okay. He's at my parents' house. He flew home the Friday. I had bronchitis, so I was home. I've lost track of the time, but I was already working from home for a little while, and he flew back from spring break and then was still delivering pizzas, so he was scared of getting me sick.
Yeah.
So he's staying at my parents' house. But I think he's doing okay. He visited a couple days ago, and he stayed really, really far away.
Yeah, that's that's key.
Hey, Steven just joined.
Oh boy. Hey, Steven.
I'm going to be talking to Steven at 5 p.m. He's the last interview of the day. Kind of know Steven through James, I guess, right?
I think so, yeah.
He says you look like a serial killer.
Thanks. I can always count on you, bud.
All right. Well, listen, I'm glad that we got to talk for a few minutes. Anybody else who's listening, I'm doing these on the hour. So the next one will be at 1 o'clock with Morgan Eve Swain. And we'll go from there. You can look at my page for the full schedule, but that's the next one. And interview Carter live next weekend, says Leah.
That would be amazing.
He would lose interest in like 30 seconds.
You could have Carter in between. The
Maybe.
real people.
He's actually really good on camera. He in high school he's studying video production at school. The whole way he got into it was because he got asked to be on camera all the time and to MC big school events like their mini-thon and things like that. And then eventually he wanted to learn how to do the camera work and the editing. So then he, switched to the other side of it. But he's a ham and a half. You know this.
No. Here, are we signing off now?
I think so. Do you want to say anything else before we go?
I want to just show you what I had to do to get up here to do this.
Let's see.
We'll see if it works. Here. Fucking phones, man. All right, here we go. This is where my phone was.
Okay.
It was propped up with a seltzer can.
It's not a powder keg, is it?
Would I smoke next to a powder keg?
Yeah, I absolutely think you would.
Probably. Yeah, I would. Yeah. There's a Lifesaver there. I had 2.5 beers so far. Here's outside.
Whoa.
There's the fire pit there.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's see if you can see this. This is the treacherous staircase I have to get
So
down.
you're above the kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you now.
All right, here's the attic that I'm in. It's real sketchy.
Yeah.
Speaking of serial killers, this is probably where I would do all my work. All right, here we go. Look at this fucking staircase. If I fall, I'll fall, I guess.
If you fall, it's going to be a really fun ending to this.
All right, here we go. Open the door. Here's the stairs.
Ugh.
Some water. All right, here we go. All right, so here's the steps.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's only first step's about 1.5 inches. Second step. This is our kitchen, and through those trees is the Mayflower. You can't see that. This is like a virtual tour of the house now. There's Mickey on the computer. Yay! Watching some bullshit on
My
Netflix.
girl.
Here's the records,
Mm-hmm.
and that's pretty much it.
And that's my room.
Oh yeah, right. Here's your room.
Aw.
And then we got a new person in your room now.
Oh, look at that.
There's a fucking bunny in my house.
Fucking bunny. Aaron says this is like MTV Cribs.
MTV Cribs. Oh, okay, Todd, hold on.
And Jason, is that Jason Ingrasselli? Hi, Jason.
Guys, right here. This is where all the magic happens.
That's where the dog sleeps.
So that's it.
Oh, hello.
Oh, there's Penny. There's Penny. She's awake.
Hi, Penny.
And she's back to sleep. And she's awake. And she's back to sleep.
Oh, this has really gotten derailed, but I'm so glad.
There's my shitty cat there.
I'm waving like the cat can see me.
And that's it.
Well, I appreciate the tour. That was a good unscripted diversion.
Yeah, it was great.
All right. Well, listen, man. Keep your chin up. Keep in touch.
I will.
And
I will.
I'll be back again here at 1:00 with Morgan Eve. Tell Nicole I said goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Love you guys. Thank you.
Love you too.
Bye.
You too.